Hello, Victory Village, and welcome back to TYTV. I'm your host, Tawny Yvette, and for the next few minutes, we're going to be catching up on none other than R. Kelly. Yes, R. Kelly is in the news again, even though, he has, yeah, I can't say it. Y'all know YouTube regulations, but y'all know what happened. Anyway, I found out earlier today that R. Kelly's YouTube channels, both of them, have been shut down. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to be able to get R. Kelly videos on YouTube anymore. And that's not all. Just listen to the story and I will commentate in a few minutes. R. Kelly's YouTube channel shut down following sex trafficking conviction. The singer's music, however, is still available on YouTube Music. Shout out to blackamericaweb.com for this story and updating this story accurately. We appreciate that. R. Kelly's music has been pulled from YouTube technically. The streaming video giant permanently suspended two of the disgraced R&B singer's channels days after he was found guilty of blank trafficking. He'll no longer be able to create any new channels in the future at all, wiping away two channels, the R. Kelly TV and R. Kelly Vivo, which had a combined 5.1 million subscribers. And this is because his violation of its terms of his music catalog. However, it will still be available on YouTube Music, just nothing visual, okay? So actions committed by R. Kelly warrant penalties beyond the standard enforcement measures due to a potential to cause widespread harm. So YouTube VP of Legal Nicole Alston wrote in a memo as reported by Bloomberg, ultimately, we are taking this action to protect our users, similar to those platforms. The singer's official accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook have also recently been disabled. So a move long coming in the movement to silence R. Kelly for his alleged actions towards women, girls, and boys, and writing songs about it. I don't have to say allegedly because he is guilty of that. He'll be sentenced on May 4th, 2022, after a federal jury found him guilty of racketeering and 8 charges of you-know-what trafficking across state lines. YouTube states it pulled down Kelly's channels in alignment with its policy on creator responsibility. So the platform and the policy prohibits anything like that. Like in your private life, if you get in trouble on or off the platform, that behavior, they could consider it to be inappropriate, and so they can't back you up on that. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, what about James Charles? James Charles has been demonetized. Shane Dawson has been demonetized. Jeffree Star has been demonetized. Also, they lost their contracts with, Morphe and a lot of other companies, and they're just kind of winging it. And I think James Charles is probably famous on TikTok by now. He's attached himself to the D'Amelio family. So, he's friends with, the reality stars that first started on TikTok. How do you get a reality show from doing TikToks? So weird. Anyway, Spotify enacted a similar policy in 2018 when it pulls Kelly and artists such as Triple X, and I can't say his name, Tentacion. You guys know what I'm talking about. I never can pronounce his name right, but he's deceased. God rest his soul. But I never could say his name right. So they did this to R. Kelly and Triple X from its playlist, citing hateful conduct. So it is against policy if they catch you doing something crazy. Now, here's the thing. Tim Norman, his channel is still up, and he is sitting it out, waiting for his trial to come because he had something to do with the, how can I put this? The passing of his nephew. So I feel like if you're going to do this to R. Kelly, which I'm not siding with R. Kelly on anything, I think he is guilty of so many things, but so is Tim Norman. So why is Tim Norman's channel still up, but R. Kelly's is not, unless you demonetize Tim Norman's channel, which doesn't make any sense because he stopped uploading videos a long time ago, and I don't even think he was monetized yet, which he probably has the views now, but You know what I'm saying? If you do something wrong and your channel is still up, you definitely are going to get demonetized. Like, you're not going to get any Google money, period. Okay. Now, listen, Kelly hasn't officially been banished from the music industry entirely. His longtime label, RCA Records, split with him in January of 2019, just weeks after the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly happened. So his music, however, remains available to stream, but that's it. Nearly his entire catalog remains with RCA, meaning they can do whatever they want to do with that music, and R. Kelly can't do anything about it, right? So we know that he was found guilty, and he's got a lot of, the laundry list on R. Kelly is ridiculous, and they have, deemed him the ringleader, of a scheme to recruit women and young girls for what. And it boils down to, it doesn't matter if it was one girl or if it was 20, you're guilty. So I completely understand what they're talking about. They consider this, a form of abuse as well. So because of those things, it totally, like, you just can't be, you can't do near death things and, just craziness and get away with it. There are a lot of videos out there on YouTube. Let me just add, as, working with YouTube, putting out my content for the last 2.5 to 3 years, I can definitely say without a shadow of a doubt, I have seen a lot of people demonetized, and they have to find another way to survive. If that's your job, then you got to find another way. So you have to be careful of the life you live. And I don't know really all the rules and regulations on Twitter, but it's got to be similar, because when what's his face? What is his Trump? Yeah. When he was in office or whatever, as soon as he got out, they banished him from everything. So it's got to be, something real similar, something really heinous for platforms like social media to take away your things, and platforms like Vivo and YouTube. Like, it has to be something crazy. They don't find it as a good look. But then again, because of that, it raises other people's antennas. There's a lot of ratchetness that we see on YouTube. Why are you not policing that? I want to know what you guys think, because y'all pretty much already know where I stand with the ratchetness, okay? I am not opposed to reporting it to let you guys know what's going on, because we all deserve the truth, but this is ridiculous. I know he didn't think that he was going to get away with any of this. He could possibly have thought he was going home, and no, he's not going to get any royalties for anything that was online. So, sorry, R. Kelly, but this is just not your year. This is not your decade. And bottom line is, you got to pay for what you did. You thought you got away with it for some years, but a lot of other people are thinking, well, they got away with the, public humiliation, but I can move on with my life. No, your time is coming. Your time is coming. So this is just, you got away with 2 decades of stuff, and you thought that you got away with it, and you thought that people were satisfied with that. And clearly, this right here was the straw that broke the camel's back. And so I feel like, yeah, he needs to pay for his stuff, but there are other people that enabled him, and they worked with him and didn't say, even though they may have been disgusted or whatever, the thing is, you didn't say anything. You could have said anything to any authorities at any given time, but it was like, you want to be on R. Kelly's side because he's rich and famous, and he's giving you a check. So instead of you doing something, of moral and of standard, you did it out of greed, because you wanted to sop up everything that R. Kelly was throwing out. And that's really sad. I feel like everybody, needs to be held accountable, because that is disgusting to do things like that to anybody, adults, teenagers, children, whether it's male or female, I don't care. So that's where I stand. That's my little commentary on this thing. But don't forget to let me know what y'all think in the comments, because y'all know I love chit-chatting with my village, okay? I got to get out of here, but you guys be safe, stay safe, mask it up. Remember to always live on purpose, and I will We'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, everybody.